Hi and welcome back to my channel. Let's get going. Starting in a standing position for our roll downs. Nice deep inhale breath. Exhale as we roll down through the spine. Restacking on an exhale, vertebrae by vertebrae. Lengthening through the spine. Finding space between the vertebrae. Good. Stacking the spine on an exhale breath. Really rounding out through the back, lengthening the spine. Nice stretch. And this time we're going to roll all the way back down. And we're going to hold it comfortably at the bottom. A few bends of the knees here, stretching through the backs of the legs. Nice even breaths. Just stretching through the calves and the hamstrings. And taking it out onto the mat. A few knee bends here as well. Just pushing back through those shoulders, pushing back through those heels. Stretching and lengthening the body. Bringing it down to a seated position on the mat. Feet hip width apart, sitting up nice and tall on the seat bones. Nice deep inhale breath. Exhale, curling forward. Inhale, raising arms, bring back round to start. Exhale, curling through that spine. Inhale up. And again, curling the chin, exhaling forward. Staying on those seat bones. And curling down, making sure the core's engaged, rolling through the tailbone, inhale up. And again, exhale, curling through, engaging the core. Inhale back up onto the seat bones. Pelvic floor engaged. And one more here. And taking it down to the mat. Nice deep inhale breath. Exhale, engaging the core, pulling the tummy button down to the floor, engaging the pelvic floor, squeezing that pelvic floor up towards the tummy button. Taking legs to tabletop, raising head, neck and shoulders on the next exhale. 100 taps, squeezing the heels together. Nice deep inhale breath. 5 taps for every inhale. 5 taps for every exhale breath. Keeping the core engaged, tummy scooped out. Really have a sense of pulling the tummy button right down to the mat. Keeping the pelvic floor engaged at all times. Legs strong, nice deep breaths. Really pulsing through those shoulders. 100 taps. Take a break if you need to. Knees into chest, just roll out the back. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, extend leg into a single leg stretch. Making sure the core's engaged, pelvic floor's engaged, scooping out through the tummy, pulling the tummy button down to the floor. Nice deep breaths on the leg changes, really pushing through the toes, pushing away. Keeping that breath nice and even. You challenge yourself as much as you want to on these. Again, just rolling the knees outwards in circles away from each other, and then in the opposite direction. Just get a bit of mobility through the hips. Nice deep inhale breath. Exhale, making sure the core is engaged, pelvic floor is engaged. Raising head, neck and shoulders up into a double leg stretch. Exhale, everything goes away. Inhale, bring it all back in. Keep that tummy scooped out, locking down the lower back towards the mat. Nice deep exhale away, inhale back round. Again, take a break when you need to. And roll yourself up to a seated position. Sitting nice and tall on the seat bones. Nice deep inhale breath. Exhale, engaging the core. Inhale, roll back. Exhale, sit up. Nice and high on those seat bones. Inhale, roll back. Exhale, roll up. Really working through the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, peeling down and up from the mat. Inhale back, exhale to sit up. Really massaging through the spine. Inhale back and exhale up. Into a seated position, nice and high on those seat bones. Keeping the feet hip width apart. Exhale, engage core, half roll back. Taking the arms out on an exhale, bring them back to center on an inhale. Really working the obliques. The further back you go, the more challenging. It's your practice. Making sure you're breathing through the movement. And bringing it up onto the seat bones. Nice deep inhale breath. Exhale, engaging the core, scoop out the tummy, engage the pelvic floor. Exhale away, inhale back to center. Four more. And bringing it back up to seated. Rolling it all the way back down to the mat, arms overhead, legs outstretched, heels together, flex the feet. Nice deep inhale as the arms come over, engaging the core. Exhale, sit all the way up, reaching forward. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, roll down, tilt through the pelvis, round through the tailbone, vertebrae by vertebrae all the way down. Inhale, arms overhead. Bring the chin up, squeeze to a seated position, reach forward. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, roll down through the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, squeeze the feet. Inhale, arms come overhead. Exhale, push up. Really making sure each vertebrae comes up and down on that mat. Don't miss any out. Arms overhead. Inhale, peel away from the mat, vertebrae by vertebrae. Exhale up. And exhale all the way back down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Inhale up. Exhale. Stay on those seat bones, scooping out, engaging the core and pelvic floor the whole time. Arms down, shoulders down into the mat. Engage the core, engage the pelvic floor. Tilting the pelvis, coming up into a shoulder bridge. Extending one leg up. 8 kicks with that leg, keeping the hips level, keeping the core engaged, pelvic floor engaged, and activating those glutes and hamstrings. Keeping the body stable. Should be a nice line from hip to knee and all the way back through to the shoulder. Keep that line, keep the ribs locked down towards the hips. Nice deep breaths. And rolling back down through the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. Bringing that tailbone down last. Extending one leg to ceiling, the other leg outstretched along the floor. Single leg circles. Keeping the hips still, keeping the body still, shoulders down. Exhale the leg away from the body. Inhale back round to start position. Circles in both directions. As the leg goes away from the body, you exhale. As the leg comes towards the body, you inhale. Exactly the same on the other leg. Exhale the leg away, inhale round. Inhale round, exhale away. Making sure the core's engaged, hips are nice and stable, pelvic floor's engaged, and you're activating those glutes as well. Taking it into a side lying sequence now, coming onto your side, legs outstretched, ear down on the arm, nice deep inhale breath, exhale engage core, pull the waistline away from the mat, raising the leg, exhale up, inhale down. Just working through that hip, keep the hips stable, keep the shoulders stacked, hips stacked, hand in front for support. Just check the core's engaged, pelvic floor's engaged. Pinching the waistline away from the mat, pulling the rib cage away from the mat. Small pulses now in that top leg. Flexing the foot, keep the leg parallel to the floor, just small pulses. And taking the legs to 45 degrees, slightly in front. Inhale the top leg back, exhale, 2 exhale pulses forward. 1, 2, inhale back. Exhale, exhale, inhale back. Keeping the core nice and tight. Pelvic floor engaged. Keeping that top leg at the same level, hip level off the floor. Coming forward with the flexed foot. Make sure the core's engaged, stabilising those hips. Keeping the shoulders stacked. Bringing the legs in now, bending in. Heels together, raise the feet off the floor into the clam position. Raising top leg. Opening out the knees, exhale up, inhale back. Keep those hips nice and stable. Keep them stacked above each other. Check the core's engaged, pelvic floor's engaged. Really working the abdominal muscles now and working through that top hip. Good, now we'll repeat all on the other side. Nearly done, guys. Into that sideline position, ear down on the arm, nice straight line. Core engaged, pelvic floor engaged. Waistline pinched away from the mat, hand in front for support. Raising that top leg. We exhale up. Keeping the hips stable. Pulsing through that top leg. Keeping it just above hip height. Just check that core still engaged, pulling the waistline away from the mat. Bringing legs forward to 45 degrees. Top leg back on the inhale. 2 pulse kicks forward, exhaling. Inhale back, exhale. 2 short breaths. Exhaling forward, inhaling back. And bringing those feet into the clam position. Raising the feet, heels together. Lifting the top leg up, exhale up, inhale down. Making sure the hips aren't rolling backwards. Core engaged, pelvic floor engaged, waistline pinched away from the mat. And relax. Well done. You've completed today's workout. Thanks, guys.